Welcome to the Freewoman podcast, a space for all women who are ready to break free of the inauthentic life.
Hi, welcome to our podcast.
Hi, so nice to have you here. I'm Jana.
Thanks for, I'm Kat. I'll throw that in there too. Thanks for hitting play and checking us out.
In the event you don't know who we are, that's who we are, Jana and Kat. We are the Free Woman.
Woohoo, podcasters.
And you are a free woman too, if you decide to be. So it's been a busy week. We had an event that we ran. Mm-hmm. We had to do food. We were in the woods. We were hosting women.
It was fun in the wild.
Other free women in the wild.
Yeah, it was fun.
It was fun, and it made us think about ritual and how I think a lot of people have gotten confused about ritual and why it matters and what it means. I think they kind of associate it only with spirituality.
Yeah,
or kind of like new age hippie people.
Yeah, you do not have to be a new age hippie person at all to create rituals in your life.
Yeah, you don't have to be a monk or a Catholic, and it doesn't have to be spiritual even in the sense you might think it does.
You just need to be a human.
It's true. Even animals create their little rituals.
They do.
When we were in the woods, there was a nice flat stump that I wanted to go sit on, but it was covered in little bits of like nut that had been nibbled on.
Oh, cute.
And there was like this whole pile of nut. I felt so bad I had to sweep it aside to sit. But clearly a little squirrel likes perching there and eating his nuts while he looks at the lake.
You disturbed his ritual, his spot.
I'm so sorry, little squirrel. Well, he was hiding anyway because, human.
Yeah, I'm sure he's had to deal with that before.
I'm sure I'm not the first.
Yeah, he's like, those humans. Always messing up my rituals, my space, my time.
Yeah, and I think that this loss of ritual has just been such a huge loss for humans. I mean, we still have them, but we don't work with them intentionally.
Well, I think it used to be a pretty big everyday part of life for indigenous cultures, when they were still around.
Oh, yeah.
Before we wiped them all out, colonized everywhere.
Yeah.
And I mean, I think maybe people have like a ritual, like a morning ritual routine of getting ready, or maybe at bedtime.
The morning ritual is probably the most common, morning and bedtime rituals.
Yeah. And maybe you don't even realize that is like a ritual that you've created for yourself to either wake up or be ready for the day and then be able to relax and fall asleep at night.
Yeah, you don't have to, wake up and pray to the goddess and do yoga to have it count as a ritual. Just sitting and sipping your coffee and watching the leaves out the window or noticing the little changes that have happened in the seasons, that can be a ritual. It is a ritual.
It is a ritual. Connecting with your thoughts, connecting with your body, and connecting to the present moment, and kind of creating a routine of that can become like a ritual for yourself.
Yeah, ritual is really just interacting with your world in an intentional way.
Yeah, it's I feel like we're just robots. So many people are robots.
And well, how many of us have driven the wrong way because we've been on autopilot and we're like, oh, whoops.
Yeah, autopilot was the word I was thinking of. Like we're just on autopilot now, or zombies, just walking around.
Well, I think part of the problem is that we are so exhausted because we're working, we're stressed, we have so many demands on our energy, and we feel like doing a ritual, creating ritual is another drain on our energy. But in reality, rituals can be really, really simple. And it's just a way to help bring you in and remind you that you are alive for a minute and this is your reality. This is like, you're here in your home. This is your cup. this is your day.
Yeah, and then the ritual kind of creates a sense of purpose, a sense of being. You kind of remember this moment, like especially if you consistently do it. It's like becomes this memory.
It's like a tether through time. You can look back and know that, years ago you were doing this exact thing as well. And it's sort of, with things changing all the time and the busyness and the hustle and bustle, it's like this anchor. So you're not just getting tossed about on the waves.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, life is so busy and we are so disconnected, which I think a capitalistic world society,
that's how it
works, and it wants you to be just good little workers and don't ask questions, don't look around, don't have connection with yourself.
You just have to go, 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 go.
Yeah, you don't want to
contribute to society.
They don't want you to have wants or needs.
Don't take up any space.
Yeah, but ritual really helps you to connect with yourself, and then you start to ponder and think, like, what is it that I desire? What is it that I'm searching for or needing in my life?
It's a sort of a daily check-in too, or weekly, or however often you do it, because we're so busy that our minds get on, like, zombified. We become zombies, and we're not bringing in that self-awareness of, what am I feeling? What do I even think about what I'm doing?
Yeah.
Your mind is so full of thoughts and things to do and anticipating future and past events that you forget to take a moment to just be in the present and check in with yourself. Hey, how are we doing over there?
Just overwhelmed and overstimulated. And then anxiety and depression comes in.
Yeah. So rituals can be small things like how you do your coffee, or, for me, when I'm on my period, I like to wear certain clothes and eat certain things and have certain cozy blankets and stuff. And that's my kind of like ritual.
Yeah.
But they can also be something bigger and more planned out if you're needing to move emotion. It doesn't have to be connected to, quote, spirituality, to a higher power or belief in anything. It simply is, I need to access an emotion, or I need to sit with a deep grief.
Yeah, because if we never take time to just really sit with what we're feeling, it will get stuck, and then it's a lot more difficult to access it, especially if several years have gone by. So ritual does, for me, one of the rituals I like to do is in the morning, I like to have my coffee, sit in bed, and sometimes I'll journal. Sometimes I use oracle decks. That's one way that kind of helps me to like go within and see how I'm feeling and doing. And then the journaling, I like to journal and talk out loud, and it helps me to kind of move things and feel things and be like, oh, wow, I didn't even realize I was feeling this way. I didn't realize I needed to cry, or sometimes I laugh, or...
Yeah, I've been working on processing some past trauma. And so starting a month or so ago, I've had the ritual of every day I sit down and write something that I remember from that period in my life. And just not making it too elaborate or demanding too much on myself, just every day remember something and write it down. And it's been great for helping me access a period in my life that was really muddy and confusing. But just a simple ritual that I made because I was ready to move some of that trauma.
Yeah, that really helps. That's great. I love nature, and I think everything is alive. So I like talking to plants.
Yeah.
I like watering my plants and talking to them and seeing how they're doing. Or sometimes I like to go outside and leave something to the trees and talk to them.
That is so great when you can make a ritual playful. When you can have fun with it. When you talk about, indigenous cultures and how much ritual was a part of their life and how aware they were in interacting with symbols and with plants and animals, and just it brings magic into your life, magic into the mundane, to have a ritual associated with it, to bring in that playfulness as well.
Yeah.
It makes living just more fun.
Enjoyable.
Yeah.
Like there's more to life than just driving to work every day or, managing my children.
Yeah. I mean, life is hard enough. Why not bring in some fun?
Some fun, some magic, and have like a good time with it.
Make it a little sparkly.
Yeah.
And it's like you said, talking to the plants or talking to the animals, it's not even about taking it literally. Mm-hmm. It's about awakening something in yourself and letting that imaginative inner child self
you do it when you're
come into your reality.
Yeah, you do it as a kid, and it's like bringing that inner child to life. And it also kind of accesses your intuition, your feelings, your sensations, and it's kind of like creating a book. It's like writing a story, and it's just fun.
So rituals can be more somber, like how I'm working with my trauma, or it can just be a really playful, fun thing that's bringing a spark of joy into your day.
Yeah.
When you look at indigenous people and the ways they did rituals, they did them for all sorts of reasons. They did rituals for community building, to bring the tribe together and remind them that they were a community, that they were a tribe, that they were all one. They did them for, warriors.
Yeah, they did. They also did it for like the seasons, like calling in rain or good harvest. I mean, we kind of still do that. Like some people still, I guess, pray for rain. But then the rituals are a little different. Like sometimes they create offerings, dance. They do dance too.
Well, when you look at like the purpose, though, yes, they wanted rain. Yes, they wanted a good harvest. Yes, like we all want those things, just like when we make our New Year's resolutions. But what you really see is you see an opportunity for dance. You see an opportunity for getting dressed up, for having special food, for coming together and bonding with each other and connecting with each other.
Yeah, community.
Under a common, goal, purpose. Like we're all in this together. we really need a good harvest this year.
We need a good harvest to survive. But yeah, I was thinking about that today when we were talking about rituals and stuff. And I was like, man, I feel like people, maybe in other countries they still do, but here I feel like we don't. People used to dance a lot for their rituals. Even like when you're processing trauma, if you're calling in a good harvest, or if, someone's getting married. I guess they sometimes still dance for marriage, but
I mean, marriage is one of the only places we still have ritual, but we've talked about this before. It's really interesting how, because we are a capitalistic society and consumerism and material things are such a part of our identity that we've seen our rituals basically become about that. And we've seen that with weddings too. Like there's still some of the outline of like saying the vows and
the really old rituals, traditions.
Doing that ceremony, but it's really more about the elaborate wedding so
and
often.
The spending the money.
Having the $10,000 dress or whatever, having the venue that costs an arm and a leg, having the special, I guess, like a lot of people like to do the vacation weddings now where
I know. You
have to travel overseas or something. And it's just become all about this spending money.
Like a show.
It's a show.
Yeah, everything has become a show.
But, you could create it just getting married in your living room. You could create a ritual that's just as meaningful, just as full of symbolism and intention and awareness.
Yeah.
But because we like to worship money and material things,
shiny things
in our society, all of our rituals have been taken over by that.
Yeah, they've kind of been lost.
Like our holidays, it's a time when ritual is most present, and it's about what you got for Christmas, or what you got from your Valentine.
Yeah, now it just feels, well, for me, it feels flat. Things are lost. And and I think, again, it goes back to the busyness, the tiredness, the overwhelm. And I don't think people have that energy to even try to create the ritual.
It's almost easier to just go buy something than try to create something.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's meaningful.
Yeah, it's really sad.
Yeah, we're really just, like you said, getting drained by this fast-paced world that we participate in.
I mean, I definitely feel the burnout, the drain. That's why I have a really difficult time with some of the holidays, because I feel like it's another expectation of me. But really what I'm yearning for is just some quiet time, a ritual, a way to connect and see what it is that I'm searching for inside, or connecting with my children, the ones that I love. I don't need everything else.
Yeah.
And just we're a little lost, I think.
Well, I think that our society in general, there's a lot of complaining about the lack of connection, about the lack of community. And not like there's kind of this gap of, we know we need this, but we're not sure how to get to it.
Well, I think for me, because I'm kind of in that place too, like our community is pretty small. There is a lack of trust. I have a really hard time trusting people.
It's gotten pretty dark out there.
It has.
Yeah.
It's gotten pretty dark out there. And so it's like, how do we get back to community? How do we get back to, I don't know, maybe this is too much of a like deep question.
Well, I think you do. It's like everything else. Be the change that you want to see. And so you become a safe person, and you, one individual at a time, bring other safe people into your circle. And it's not going to be a huge circle. Unfortunately, we don't have that tribe lifestyle right now.
Yeah.
But it can at least be a circle that contains you.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. That's good.
That's something it's more than a lot of people have, even having, a couple safe people in your life. That is treasure. That is gold right there.
It is.
In this society, because they are few and far between.
They are.
But I think it's interesting too, like you talk about the seasons, and, we're familiar with things like the rain dance that the natives would do. But there were also a lot of rituals done in tribes that were more playful. Like partying kind of rituals, like a chance to let loose, a chance to get things out of the system. It's like, I guess in the modern world we have Vegas, and what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. But tribes understood, indigenous people understood that humans have a need sometimes to just be wild.
To be funny and goofy and laugh and just kind of let loose and not feel so serious about it.
Or times that could be more about sex and getting that out of your system, exploring that, or that we're just about dancing and doing maybe mind-altering substances, and just a kind of getting you out of the mundane, rigid day-to-day and bringing in this like playfulness, this magic, and as a byproduct, bonding for your tribe.
Yeah. Well, I think another way too, which I feel like you and I already do this, it's even ritual in like your food, in cooking it, and putting in the spices and kind of singing over your food or kind of talking to your food.
You're
and what
cooking anyway. Why not?
Yeah. And like, what do I want this food to do for my body or the ones I'm cooking it for?
Hello, little carrot. I'm going to eat you. Chop, 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 chop.
Yeah. Yeah, so it can be really fun, but I think even in indigenous cultures too, they would sometimes make like a special drink or a special meal, and then they would have that and then do their ritual as well, or sometimes go into battle.
Yeah.
And so there's just an abundance of possibilities or ways you can have a ritual.
I know that like I have certain jewelry that I'll wear when I'm needing to feel more confident, or I know I'm going to be speaking in front of people, or I'm wanting to embody a certain energy. It holds a special meaning to me, like pieces of jewelry that were gifted to me by certain people.
It's almost like putting on your armor.
Yes.
It like puts you in, like, it steps you into that confidence or whatever it is that you're looking for.
Yeah, it's almost the feeling of that person is with me or their love is with me while I'm doing the scary thing. And so a ritual can be an elaborate planned out activity like we did this weekend, or it can just be as simple as putting on a ring.
It can be. Yeah. Putting on my power ring. I don't have it on right now, but I got one.
Watch out, world.
Yeah. I feel good when I wear this ring.
Yeah. And it's like by losing ritual, not only have we lost community and connection with the people around us, we've lost connection with ourselves. We've lost connection with our lives and with the magic of being alive.
Yeah, I remember a couple years back, you were asking me, well, what do I want? And honestly, I was like, I really don't know what I want. And every time I ask myself deep inside, what is it that I'm looking for? The answer I keep getting is rest. I just want to rest.
That can be a ritual too.
Yeah. But also, I think a lot of times I didn't know what I wanted because I was trying to make everyone else comfortable and so happy and please them. And then also being a mother and taking care of my children. And it got lost somewhere. I'm like, I actually really don't know what I want. I don't know where I want to be. The only thing I know what I want is to not be so exhausted.
Yeah, I had this realization just last week that for a lot of people, we've gotten lost because our only purpose is in what we can do for others. And we've lost ourselves in the serving of others.
Yeah, serving yourself to others.
And meeting others' needs.
Others' needs, sacrificing yourself. It is, in a way, the only way that makes you feel fulfilled, but it's actually toxic.
It's codependency. It's like if you don't know who you would be if you didn't have someone to be serving or helping or holding up.
Like, who are you?
Then that's codependency. That's your identity is in existing through another person.
Yeah. So it took quite a few years of
I didn't know it was codependency. I thought I was just a really good person.
Yeah, same. I just was doing what I was told to do, but
this is how you love someone.
Yeah. But once I went through some really hard stuff, doing my trauma work, diving deep into myself, going through hard things and realizing the people who I thought are my friends or, my family are actually not people I want in my life.
Well, you had given and shown up for others, and suddenly it's your turn and no one's showing up.
Exactly. Yeah. And then it just made me look at myself and realize how much I give, but also how much I make others feel better by just being around them. And I was like, and it was depleting me even when I had energy, but it was still me giving away something that is me to others.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm not doing that anymore. And now that I've had a lot of rest and I've been working on myself and healing, I'm starting to go within and do rituals and connect and be outside in nature. And I'm like, well, who am I? What do I want? And it's actually been doing the inner child work and connecting with my inner child and just doing the things that I used to love. And I'm like, can this be my job? Can coloring just be my job?
Yeah, mantras too. I have found that in different periods of my life, finding a mantra can really help ground me into this like new energy that I'm wanting to embody. And the one I've been doing lately is I am. And that's because I always feel like I have to be something to earn my place at the table. I always have to be earning. I always have to be proving. I always have to be accomplishing. And I am is just this idea of like, just existing right now is all I need to do. I just exist.
Yeah.
to help counteract that chasing energy that I've been in my entire life.
Which wears you out.
I didn't even know I was doing it.
I know. Well, same. It's like it takes those really hard moments in life, and then you have to like pause and you have to kind of look at it and be like, how did I get here? What do I need to do?
And becoming aware of just the emotion, like, wow, I'm feeling a really uncomfortable emotion right now. And instead of trying to run away from this, I'm like, just gonna sit in it. And it's, oh, wow, here's all these feelings of inadequacy. And here's all these feelings of not enoughness. And here's all these feelings of I should be doing something right now. And it was only by sitting in that I was able to then realize the problem. But it's still a journey. It's been a bit of a journey that I've been working with it, I think, since the fall was when I really saw that I was doing that.
Yeah, it does take time. That's why.
And then I was just like, well, I don't know how to fix this.
I know. Yeah, that's why ritual is a really great tool. Meditation, journaling, having a therapist.
Just to continue to come back to it. And yes, we do have so much on our plates already, and we are so busy. And I think that's why it's important to make it accessible to yourself, to choose little rituals that are fun, that you look forward to doing, and that require almost nothing to do them.
Yeah, it really doesn't take much.
I can say I am in my head every time I start feeling that anxiety.
Yeah.
I don't have to, lay out the altar and get the special incense and call in the goddess.
Yeah.
I can just say I am in my head, and I know.
And it works.
It does.
It does it for
well,
you.
it kind of like pushes back against that. It pulls me in a little bit.
Yeah.
And it feels like the more I do it, the stronger it becomes.
It's like you're building a muscle brain.
Yeah, rewiring the brain.
Yep. Yeah, and that does. It just takes time when you're rewiring the brain. I needed to say that. So
it's a hard one.
Rewire the brain.
Ruts get really deep. And when those well-trod pathways are really, really deeply drawn in your psyche, changing them is quite a task.
It does. Well, and I think when you start doing rituals, things that like are fun and joyful, it kind of like it kind of hits you, and you have this like epiphany. You're like, I just want to do things that bring me joy. Like this.
Why
is
am I
fun.
not choosing to be happy?
Yeah.
Like,
why am I trying to make others happy by sacrificing myself? Like, why am I doing that to myself? And why am I depleting all of my energy when I can take this energy and create
sometimes
something joyful for me?
I really think we believe that we don't deserve to be happy. And I think we don't even realize we're doing it most of the time. Yeah. But it's like we resist the things that make us happy for some reason. It's really interesting.
I know. Well, that's like trauma and just and
I think it's we resist those things that make us happy because we're afraid it's going to really shine a light on how deeply unhappy we are. And so we'd rather just not open that door.
Well, because once you start opening that door, you may go through this huge shift and change in your life, you may start shedding away all the things that don't make you happy, and that sometimes
suddenly you realize that you can't be married anymore, or that you can't have that job you've had for 20 years,
or your friend circle doesn't work, or your family.
You have to have a really hard conversation.
Yeah, and yeah, it's hard. It sucks.
It does suck.
But it's once it takes time, but once you get to a place where kind of we were saying where you have like maybe a really small circle or just yourself, at least you're in this like space that like feels safe and joyful, and you have control over it as well.
And you can put on the happy music in the morning and dance around your kitchen.
Yeah, and you start to have boundaries, and you don't let outsiders in who are going to mess that up or make it feel heavy or
you don't want to interact anymore in something that's less than what you've created.
Yeah.
It's like, why would I go interact with that energy when I get to live in this joyful, happy energy all the time?
Yeah, I don't want that in my circle, in my life, in my home any longer. It's quite powerful.
Yeah.
And
ritual is sort of the key.
Yeah.
It opens the lock.
Yes.
And allows you to access these things.
I mean, I feel like in some cultures or some tribes, like some rituals were so sacred that you had to be invited in to do the ritual to join, because you had to make sure you were like... Even
creating sacred things, and it is a choice. We decide something sacred has been lost in our society. It is the meaning that we put towards something and the reverence with which we treat that thing that makes it sacred, and we don't do that anymore.
Well, any ritual you do, and if it has meaning to you, it is sacred. It is sacred to you. And if anyone around you is minimizing that or making you feel small or disrespecting you, then that right there should already be a clue that you need to have a boundary and not let that person into your space, because things that bring you joy, happiness, make you feel a certain way, and your rituals, if they mean something important to you, that is sacred to you, and you should have respect from yourself and respect from others.
Yeah. We tend to treat things that are special as things that amount to a lot of money. Or if we find something that's magical, then we immediately try to put a price tag on it and sell it to the world at large, where the choice to make something sacred is the opposite. It's, wow, I found something special. I'm not going to cast my pearl before swine, to quote the scripture.
Yeah.
I'm going to treasure this, and I'm going to hold this close to my heart, and I'm only going to share it with people that are very safe and that will honor and respect it.
Yeah.
And that is what it means to make something sacred versus what it means to be in a capitalistic society.
Yeah.
Ooh, I found something sacred. How much money do you think I could get for it?
I know. Well, I'm just trying to steal it from people and claim it as yours.
Well, look what's happened with ayahuasca ceremonies.
I know.
It's what? Now they're doing like 30, 40, 50 people.
Yeah, in a group.
At a time.
Yeah, and charging
And
so much.
Well, that's because that's how they can make money. So
know.
they've taken something that was sacred, that was held in high regard, that was seen as not even having monetary value, and they've put a price tag on it and they've pimped it out.
Well, and the journey to the ayahuasca and during it, there's ritual, sacred ritual that tribes have been doing for who knows how long. And it's now got a price tag on it, and it has lost its sacredness. The ritual is tainted. I know it is helping people. It is helping some people, but...
Well, there's still medicine there. It just kind of feels like you're swimming through shark-infested waters to get to it, which is not how sacred things should be.
Yeah.
I feel like with sacred things, you can't even put a dollar amount on it.
Yeah.
There is no price amount.
Yeah.
it is above that, beyond that.
Well, I think
it exists in a realm all of its own.
It makes me think of, this just popped into my head, but it makes me think of like the people that are native to this land, and then the colonists that came in and were trying to take the land and trying to buy it. And the natives here, the indigenous people, were just so confused. Like, they're like, buy land? What do you mean buy land? Like, land's not for sale. You don't buy land. Like, land is like our home. It just was.
It just is.
It just is. It was this idea that
it's a living entity.
Yeah, it was this idea that was so foreign to this culture of people. And then the colonizer came in and just took what they wanted and stole and desecrated. And I sometimes, for me, I see it as like destroying and raping the land because you don't see it as something beautiful and sacred anymore. You just see it as this dollar sign. And
they saw themselves as caretakers of the land.
Yes. And that everything has a meaning, everything is alive, and that they're brothers and sisters with animals and all the living beings. And
it'd be like, I want to buy your sister.
Yeah.
And you'd be like, what? Are you serious?
Yeah. Yeah. So,
no, this is my family. This is sacred. This is generations and generations of my people and our lives and our rituals and our births and our deaths.
And our deaths, yeah.
And you want to put a price tag on that?
Yeah, you want to tear this down and put a parking lot
and what am I supposed to do with that money once I have it?
Yeah.
When you've taken everything that it keeps me alive?
Yeah. Yeah. So ritual is important.
It is. It's the tether that connects us to ourselves, that connects us to our community, and that connects us to purpose.
Yep. And it doesn't have to be complicated. It can be as simple as like a mantra that you say. It can be as simple as
dancing around in your kitchen
to get get your body moving, get everything flowing, and just like singing.
As simple as listening to the Freewoman podcast while you commute, or dance around your kitchen.
Yeah, create a ritual to listen to us every week.
Yeah.
Thank you if you do.
I'm so glad. It doesn't have to be overwhelming. It's important that it's not. In fact, it's essential that it's fun, that it's something that brings you joy and brings you purpose and helps you connect to your life.
Yeah, and then just notice, is this ritual creating something sacred for me? And then it can be just for you. And then if you choose, you can share with others. Yeah. Feel safe.
You don't have to post it on social media every day and invite strangers into it. You don't have to shout it from the rooftops. It can be just for you. Amen.
Amen. I know. I'm just like, yes, that is it.
Thank you so much for being here today.
Yeah, thank you for joining. Remember to like and subscribe.